In news coming in, 165 judges have been appointed to various high courts in 2022. This is the highest in a calendar year, says the Union Law Ministry.
Ankita, this comes in the midst of the top court taking note of a delay in the appointment of judges to the higher judiciary on the judicial side.
Arvind joining us at this point with the latest. Arvind, we've seen this sort of back and forth. Yesterday, also in Parliament, the Law Minister talked about how the role of the government in appointment of judges has been limited post that Supreme Court judgment, even though the Constitution always envisaged the government having a bigger role. And now this particular announcement.
Yeah, Ankita, in the middle of back and forth between Supreme Court and also government, the government has given a data in Parliament wherein it has said that almost 165 judges have been appointed to various high courts across the country in this year alone. That is as on 9th December alone. That means that according to the government, this is the highest number of judges appointed to high courts in a calendar year, in which government is saying that government is doing its best. Whenever there is a proposal that comes from the Supreme Court collegium, government is examining those proposals, and then the government is clearing. That's why, because of this debate that's going on between the Supreme Court and also the government regarding the delay in appointment of judges to the higher judiciary, wherein Supreme Court has also taken the issue on judicial side, taken note of judicial side, and has issued a notice to the Department of Secretary Justice. But the government is saying that it has already cleared the proposal for almost 165 names for appointment of judges across the country, which is highest in a calendar year as on date. So that's why government is saying that there is no delay from its side, and the government has also said that almost there are against the strength of almost 1,108 judges, almost 777 judges are working as on date, and there is a vacancy of almost 30%. Of this 30% vacancy, the government has said that 147 proposals have been received from High Court, and those proposals are also under consideration at various stages between Supreme Court, collegium, and also government. So government is saying that there is no delay when it comes to their side. Whenever they get a name from the collegium, they are processing it, and then the appointments are made based on merit. But what the government is also underlining here is that in order to ensure that this vacancy issue is fixed once and for all, there has to be a new system that is put in place for appointment of judges. That seems to be the bone of contention between Supreme Court and also government. Though government is saying that they are not very much happy with the existing system, there has to be a new system that should be put in place. But the Supreme Court is saying that this issue has been sorted once and for all. The NJSC judgment has been struck down. The existing law has to be respected, and that has to be put in motion. So that seems to be the bone of contention. But the government has given a figure saying that 167 judges have been appointed, 165 judges have been appointed to various high courts in this year alone, which is the highest in a calendar year.